Hello everyone, it's H here, and on today's video we're going to be looking into Australia 200 index, or the AUS200. I know everyone is not able to trade this, but for those who can, this is the video for you. I've been trading this as well, and it is one of the indices that I really like at this point. It gives some kind of clear structures at this point, and in my opinion is a very decent option at this point. So I'm going to be showing the counts from the highs that we've had basically since August 2021. I know this high did take that out, but again the count I think starts from here. So let's take a look at that. Overall, again, I do like the idea that we have had an ABC here. Both of the structures look very decent. Then we had another ABC. I don't think this is a 5-way move. It could be labeled as an ABC for sure, but I just don't see a structure here that would qualify for a wave 4 of this size, because again, this kind of structure here in the middle more often than not is a wave B, because again, the largest consolidation is there and not basically here at the wave where wave 4 basically should be. So that's why I've labeled it as a WXY instead. Since the lows, one of the ideas is that we've had an A, B and C into this wave W highs. I originally had this as a potential leading diagonal, but again, this here is actually the lowest low, so it can't be. So 3, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Lower time frames do have divergences here, so it should be fine. I've labeled this as a wave W based on the amount wave X retraced here. And the way I'll label this is something like this. It could be a WXY as well, based on the fact that we have this consolidation right in the middle. So this could be an ABC, which turns this whole thing into a WXY instead. It does not really overall matter. You could be labeling it like that as well for a 5-wave. Main point is that this is the potential pivot for the wave X, in my opinion. It looks very decent. Since then, again, we had more impulsive structure, which we're going to be diving into later. The other way of looking at this is that we've had this as a WXY into these lows instead of here. I don't really like this too much. The extension here for the wave C just barely missed the 0.618 as well. And this is the reason that I don't have this as my main. Comparing it to the other counts that we were talking about, the structure was ending here, which looks way better. Here on this scenario though, this would also have to be labeled in ABC, or where this wave B is not complete yet, and we would be creating a 3-way structure here, and now we would be looking to create a partner leg for this wave A here, something like this. So that's how these two would be changing a bit. You could be labeling this as WXYXZ, does not really matter. WXY or WXYXZ, both are fine. I guess, let's see actually the extension. Yeah, at least here we would be getting to the 0.618 for the WXYXZ count instead of this very ugly ABC here. So yeah, maybe that makes a bit more sense. Some issues that we had here overall is that, again, the structure for C is very short if we want to be labeling like this. So I kind of like the idea that wave B is only here, and we had this kind of structure like we had on the other count, and then we would be looking for that move up. That move up that I'm talking about, again, looks very decent as a 5-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th wave here is kind of small. Originally, I was expecting a bit more higher price here, but we just created a 3, 3, and then some kind of 5 here, some kind of flat-ish structure here. And now again, let's take a look at the local structure that I've labeled, or how I labeled this. Something like this at this point. So again, 3-wave down into the lows here. Again, it is possible that this was the wave B. At this point, I don't really like that either. Or again, in the case of the higher time frame picture, this could be a wave 1 of that C wave. So again, if I'm scrolling out, this would be the wave 1 of the C wave here. So 1 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, overall, as there are multiple different counts, it is good to be more conservative and take your profits earlier and not just assume that, okay, I see one count that has the potential of having it as a 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to be looking for only the 1.6 minutes. That doesn't make sense. Markets can throw you curveballs all around, and that's why you need to be taking profits early on, and well, at the 1-to-1 at least. Maybe even sooner if the structure are pointing towards that. But yeah, let's get back to this one. So originally 3 waves here, 3 waves into W. Here as well, this was very extended. I was originally looking for one more high here. It never came, and we came down in 3 or in here somehow. I'm not quite sure how I would be labeling this. All I know is that it's a 3 wave into X wave, and then we were looking for more higher prices. This at this point looks like more like a 3 wave as well. It might not be finished, where again this could be a 3 here, 3 here, and this would be the first structure of that last 3, and we are getting something like this. This would also get us beyond the original end of wave W, and if you've watched the other videos that I've posted about the indices, there is a chance that we are climbing a bit higher before we are dumping down a bit more. So again, my interest here for shorts would be at the top of here, where we are coming towards the 1-to-1 extensions of this move here, and also 1-to-1 of this move here. So around 73.20 to 73.30 are my main targets at this point. Again, there's liquidity for the short stop losses here, and yeah, we would need a partner like basically here. At this point, smaller time frame, this looks very decent as a 3-way structure. Coming down in 3 waves generally means that, okay, we are coming down in a corrective wave, but we have to note that also that this was actually a high. So it does fit the idea that we have expanded structure here. We had that divergence as expected, but if this is the end of the structure, this kind of looks somewhat impulsive to the downside. That's why I have the short already on S&P 500 as mentioned. But yeah, to me, the best looking structures, and for me to short AUS200, would be getting somewhere in here above the highs. How would this fit into the higher time frame is like so, where instead of B being in here, we would shift the B somewhere down here. Again, the next area of liquidity down here around 0.5. It could go lower. Let's just imagine and project some of the targets. If we get to the 1-to-1 here, 1-to-1 is almost around the golden pocket. We don't really have much around the 0.5 overall, so again, not too much of a fan of that. Also, it does not really have any structural support. Structural support comes in here, where we are again at that golden pocket. Also, more volume comes in around the golden pocket, starts to accumulate here. So that is definitely an interesting area. That would require quite a bit of a drawdown as well, though. So we'll see how far we are going to be coming down, if we are coming down. Again, it's not guaranteed. But those are the things I'm looking for, not S&P, but AUS200 for the next week. Let's see some projections here.